Hello, hi, welcome to my channel and Merry Christmas. Today I'm going to be preparing roast potatoes and vegetables. I'll be using white potato for this recipe, and I've got swede and then the Brussels sprouts and carrots. I've also got onions and the bell peppers. I've got the red and the yellow bell peppers. So I'm going to go ahead and wash these potatoes because I'm not peeling the skin of the potatoes. I'm going to be using the vegetable brush to scrub the skin of this potato, to scrub out any sand or dirt that would be on the skin of the potato. Like I said, I'm not peeling the potatoes, I'm roasting it with the skin because the skin is healthy. There's no need to peel it. So after scrubbing it, I've just rinsed it out so that it's nice and clean and edible to eat. And I'm also doing the same for the swede. And the swede, I'm also scrubbing it because I'm not peeling the skin as well. Normally I would scrub the skin of the carrot, but this carrot wasn't the skin of this carrot wasn't looking nice, so I decided to peel it. Or if the skin of your carrot is nice and looking fresh, you can just wash it or scrub it and not peel the skin. So I'm cutting up the potatoes into the size that I prefer to bake it in. So I like it really chunky, but you can cut your potatoes to any size you want it, but make sure it is cut evenly so that they can all cook at the same time. With this potato, I'm going to parboil it. I'm not cooking it to be soft, I'm parboiling it. So I've heated up water in the pan, and I'm going to season this liquid, because with roast potatoes, if care is not taken, it can be bland, but I'm going to make this roast potato very flavorful. So I've added salt and dried parsley, and I'm using another ingredient called vegetable stock pot to season the liquid. It comes in individual packs, so I'm using one pack of it to flavor the water. Like I said, this potato is going to be very, very flavorful. I didn't add much water because I don't need the potato to be covered in water, so just enough to be able to steam it. Like I said, I'm not cooking it soft, I'm just parboiling it, so it's still going to be hard. The idea is to kickstart the cooking from the inside, so it takes less time to roast in the oven. So I'm parboiling this for about 5 to 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, I drained off the water from the potato, and I'm going to add olive oil and crushed garlic. Like I said, I really want this potato to be very, very flavorful. You can even eat it on its own without anything. So I'm crushing the garlic. I've got 2 cloves of garlic that I've crushed into the potato, and I'm going to toss this together in the pot. So I'm tossing this together because I want the oil and the crushed garlic to coat the potato very well, and to also roughen the skin of the potato so that when I roast it, it get that crispiness on the outside, but it's going to be very moist, or rather soft on the inside. I've put this in the oven pan, and I'm going to roast it for 35 minutes at 170 degrees. So I'm cutting up my carrots. I'm cutting it up lengthwise, but you can actually cut your carrot to any shape that you want it to be. Any shape you prefer, you can cut it up that way, but I like it lengthwise. And I'm shaving the swede as well. I'm just cutting off the dry and rough edges from the swede. Swede has a similar taste like carrots. It's got a sweetness to it, but when it is baked, it turns into this bright yellow color. So it might color the carrot so that the carrot won't be as deep color as it is. So it will take on the color of the swede, but it doesn't affect the taste or the texture. So I'm cutting up the swede to chunky sizes, and I'm going to bake it together with the carrot like I said. The red onions I'm cutting into chunks as well. I've left the stem intact so that it will hold the onions together and it doesn't fall apart. I'll be roasting this with the peppers. So I'm deseeding the bell peppers and also cutting it into chunky sizes. Because I'm going to roast it with the onions, they both will roast at the same pace, the same temperature, the same time. So I'm putting them together. If you cut the peppers too tiny, it might become very mushy, but I want to achieve a silky texture, so that's why I'm cutting it this size. But feel free to cut it into any size that you prefer. So for the Brussels sprouts, I'm trimming it and removing about three outer layers from it to make it clean, because the outer layers are not, they are hard and dirty as well. They are not as clean, but the inner part of it is quite clean. And I'm going to cut it in half to expose the surface so that it can absorb the seasoning from the exposed surface. So I've lined the oven pan with foil paper, and I'm folding another foil paper to create a kind of hard edge, because I'm going to partition the oven pan. It's quite a large oven pan, and what I'm doing here is to just create a hard, or rather a stiff edge, so that I can partition the oven pan. I'm going to roast the vegetables on both sides. I'm seasoning the swede and the carrot with salt and olive oil, and I'm going to add some black peppers to it as well, and I'll be adding mixed herbs into it. But feel free to season your vegetables with any spices or herbs that you prefer. So this is just my preference. This is what I normally use. I thought I was actually in focus. I'm seasoning the bell peppers and the onions. I'm sorry if you're not seeing this very well, but I've just added olive oil, and I'm going to add salt to it as well, and crush some black peppers into it. Normally when I'm roasting only peppers on its own, I use sprigs of rosemary, and if I'm roasting my red onions, I use fennel seed. So because I'm roasting these two together, I'm using both fennel seed and sprigs of thyme. So I'm mixing this together, and I'm going to roast them on one side of the tray. So it's going to one side of the tray. This is the reason why I partitioned the tray. So the swede and the carrot is going to go on the other side of the tray. You can see the partition that I made there. I hope you can see it very well. So I'm going to put this, roast this in the oven for 30 minutes at 170 degrees. Every vegetable I'm roasting is at 170 degrees. I don't want to put too much heat on it because I don't want it to burn. So I'm roasting it for 30 minutes. I've just added smoked paprika only on the swede and the carrot. So I'm seasoning the Brussels sprouts. I've added olive oil, salt, some black peppers as well, and sprigs of thyme to it. So I don't like my Brussels sprouts to be soft. I like it crunchy. So this will roast quicker than the other vegetables. I'm going to roast it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure the exposed part is facing upward. So this is going into the oven. So the potatoes have been roasting for 30 minutes. I know I told you 35 minutes, but I'm trying to turn up the other potatoes so that the exposed surface is facing up, and I'm going to put it back for another 5 minutes. So it's still roasting for 35 minutes and it is ready now. It's looking so nice after the 5 minutes I added to it. So it's roasted for 35 minutes like I said, and it's looking so nice. The Brussels sprouts roasted for 15 minutes and it's looking golden, and the other vegetables roasted for exactly 30 minutes, and the peppers are looking so silky, just the way I like it. And you can see the swede has turned yellow and it has colored the carrot as well. Look at this gorgeous vegetable platter. I'm sure you'll love this on your Christmas dinner table. This is beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I post my videos. And till I see you in my next video, have a lovely Christmas and bye.